little bit better than he used to be. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. Free, a little bit better than it used to be. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. I'm alive. 'Cause I'm alive. Come on, baby, gotta play with me. Well, I'm your live wire. Better lock your jaws. Well, be mine tonight. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Yeah, hey. Look, dude like Robin, Rolex diamonds, Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Buy brown Rolex diamonds, hey. I do like Robin, Rolex diamonds. Hey, I do like Robin, Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Like Robin, Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Like Batman, know that I'm, just know that I'm, just left church, I'm wildin', Poppy round Rolex diamonds, Rolex diamonds, she don't wanna leave, she vibing. I just left church, I'm wildin', I'm wildin', Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Heat it up, heat it up, heat it. No sit, riding out. No, I never. But something about me just tell you I will. If you're not my friend, I don't fake it, I never. Young wrapped in some mace in my jello. 2 icy chains on top of my sweater. This the success of my latest endeavors. When I come around, I guess they not together. I'm making her better. She wanna come and play Jenga, I let her. She from the hood, I could take her wherever. I ain't making no statements. I bought it cash, I ain't making no payments. I gave it to DJs and they never played it. Except for the hood and the ghetto, I'm famous. Lawyers check it. I ain't have to finesse it. 2 praying hands, I know I'm.
Flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be. Flashback, digital dash. Go on a run if it. If they tryna. Now he a good boy. Used to be. Flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. to now we a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flash.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Bird, Moses Malone out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Pippen, and it's Robertson in at the 1 spot. And for the Lakers, Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Olajuwon. Then there's John Stockton. Then there's Irving, and it's Maravich in at the 2-guard spot. Tonight, 2 teams, Chris, that love to run the ball through the post. I think you would have loved playing on either side as you take a look at these teams.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, to be in that spot, I mean, think about it. That's where Draymond Green loves to be in the most, where he can facilitate.
Right.
You can actually play the point guard from the post side. You can see over your left shoulder or right shoulder. I think it's a better angle, actually, to see everyone. Every defender can't lock into you, and one strong cut with integrity from your teammates, oh, they'll get a wide-open bucket.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Outside Irving. Feeds to Maravich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointer from Stockton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And here are the Trailblazers now. Our Hall of Famer David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Terry Stotts. And D.A., what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. He said he needs his big guys to really impact this game and keep control of the boards. He said, I want to see them come away with some bruises. So I think it's going to be pretty physical tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. Rebounding certainly the key topic now. Here's Irving. It's not going to go for him. Bird with some nice D. Outside for Pippen. A baseline J. And he overshot that one, missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now here's Robertson. To the inside. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Maravich. Stolen by Pippen. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Giannis inside. Maravich defending. The Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Passes it to Abdul-Jabbar. Stockton from outside. Drills the 3-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Robertson passes to Malone. On the wing, Bird. Covered by Irving. They grab their own miss. Malone. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the pass to Maravich. From downtown, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And still a close. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they've played here early on.
Well, looking at this quarter, they should be. Another quarter like this, and they'll be riding high at halftime.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Walton. West is out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Nowitzki, and it's Gervin in at the 3, the small forward.
Last season, Kevin, the Blazers making the conference finals for the first time in almost 2 decades. We didn't think they'd make it out the first round after the injury to their center, Yusuf Nurkic.
He kicks it to West. Nowitzki outside. Dishes it to Paul. 5 on the clock. West outside. Pulls up. High post. Got a piece of it. Baylor against Gervin. Rejected by Nowitzki. They recover it. And the basket by Olajuwon. 1:37 left to play here in the half. See Webb Nurkic with that nasty leg injury in late March. That's the second time in 3 seasons that he'd suffered an injury right before the playoffs.
Oh, Kevin, that injury was so gruesome, and it happened in the midst of his best season so far. I mean, he was becoming that third-star caliber player that they needed. And they're hoping this time they'll hit the playoffs at full strength.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. And Thomas, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Paul's shot is off. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Baylor passes to Thomas. Thompson looking for an opening. Over Nowitzki. O'Neal with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
West kicks to Paul. O'Neal against Thompson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Nowitzki. Bird comes in for Gervin. Scottie Pippen's checked in for West, and it's Robertson in for Chris Paul. Now here's Stockton. Outside Irving. On the shot clock. Baylor trying to get open. Second shot opportunity, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And guys, it's crazy. He really was a late bloomer. You know, Irving didn't have the big-time amateur career you hear about with some stars. But boy, he's more than made up for it.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? Have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very.
Irving is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Maravich. Then it's Stockton. And it's Olajuwon in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Pass to Malone. Elijah Wan with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Elijah Wan does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Pippen following the basket by Pete Maravich. Out to Bird. Pippen, the pass to Malone. Robertson dishes to Malone. The 3, Pippen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Here's Robertson. Following the basket by Pete Maravich. The putback. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound. Olajuwon's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Stockton. And he makes good on the layup. Stockton's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Malone. Shoots over Elijah. And Malone with the basket on the assist by Bird.
The turnaround shake. A great rhythm shot, though. Not everyone's able to pull it off.
Here's Maravich. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's Olajuwon with the jam.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
Stockton against Robertson. The 19-foot shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Robertson's got his first basket.
And really one of the best at working kind of that in-between area. He's got that high release point on his jumper, which makes it unblockable.
And we've reached the end of the third. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Portland, we've got West. Walton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Robertson. And it's Shaq in at the 5. Here's Thomas after the made shot from Oscar Robertson. Now here's Thompson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And after only making 35% of their shots in that first half, they are slowly getting into a groove here in the second.
Now here's West. Back to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. Walton. Yes! And the foul. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'll tell you, Walton may be a free spirit, but his rebounding is all about fundamentals. This is a guy who can really do it all.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Pettit. The dish to Thomas. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Robertson.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
The drive by Giannis and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Elgin Baylor on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
Olajuwon's checked in for the Lakers. Maravich comes in for Thompson. Bird, he's checked in for Portland. Pippen comes in for West. Bangs home the trifecta.
Could there be any doubt? I mean, Bird's such a dead-eye shooter. Sometimes this guy practices threes with his eyes closed.
Now, here is Maravich. Count the basket.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 4. 1:07 left to play here in the fourth. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Irving's checked in for Baylor. And it's Stockton in for Thomas. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas.
Stockton against Giannis. Abdul-Jabbar. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. No good from Bird.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Bird from the arc. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Has anybody ever personified excellence in all areas of play the way that Larry Bird does? But more importantly, he's got that clutch dude.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game. No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And he is unable to get the second one.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And so the Lakers take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final second.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
everything is swish. No, I got a check, flicking up the wrist, get it out the net. Yes, I'm in the building like an architect, always fresh. She says she wanna star, you ain't sparkle yet. It ain't fair how I get up here. This overhead's like upstairs, whole team ice like hockey pucks here. Swish like here. I'm the reason the net's tangled up there. Okay, see, I'll go rush mode to get this game over with. Buzzer beater, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it. Everything is swish, 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 everything is hey.
The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA with Greg Anthony and let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Michael Jordan. Russell is out there with Chamberlain. Then it's Harden, and it's Cousy in at the 1. And for the Celtics, they've got Kobe. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Duncan. Then there's Frazier, and it's Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Cousy. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look.
Leonard against Jordan. Back to Frazier. Uncovered. No good that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by Bryant. From 11 feet away, they get the rebound.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Bryant dishes to Frazier. Nice ball movement by Boston. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. Boris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Jordan, he feeds it to Chamberlain. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Frazier scanning the floor. Duncan outside. Here's Davis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Jordan against Frazier. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Warnings checked in for Chicago. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here is Harden, 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
And Morning sends it back. To the middle, here's Cousy. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Frazier outside. To the paint. It's tipped. Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Jordan. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Davis. Anthony comes in for Leonard. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Frazier. Yao checked in for Boston. Iverson comes in for Bryant. Harden against Iverson. Now, here is Harden. from deep. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bulls lead by... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. McAdoo out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Mourning. Then it's Gary Payton. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
You know, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on.
A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
And the perils of trying to defend Jordan. Athletic enough to get anywhere he wants to go, and then tough enough to take the hit and finish.
Inside, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Anthony, the pass to Iverson. High, arcing shot, and it's sent back by McAdoo. Payton left side. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Anthony down low. He's against Jordan. Back to Anthony. Clock at 6. The Celtics working the ball around now. Teardrop shot, and Iverson with the layup.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Pass to Harden. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
Payton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Kobe kicks to Frazier. A 3 from Leonard, and he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 5.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good even without a dribble.
Passes it to Kuzi. And here is Jordan, defended by Bryant. Frazier against Payton, over Frazier. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now that was pretty. A beautiful move to set up that jump shot.
Goes up at the stripe. That one, no good.
Right thing there to stay that.
And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Defensively and offensively, they improved quite a bit in the second quarter. And they've got a nice 8-point halftime lead to show for it. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls? And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Anthony Davis is out there with Duncan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And there's Bryant. And it's Frazier in at the point guard position. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Here's Kuzi, and Davis sends it back. And they get it back. They retain possession. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Here's Kobe, and Kobe throws it down.
Yeah, love seeing Bryant just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
Russell finds Jordan. Now here's Harden. He's covered by Leonard. Kuzi passes to Jordan. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Chamberlain.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. George, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Pass to Harden. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Outside Anthony. Ryan against Harden. Poked away. And here is Bryant. He's got 5. But they'll get another chance. Embiid dishes to Carmelo. Tries again. Nice jump shot. Good.
You love how calm Melo is in that pick and roll situation. Never seems to allow you to speed him up in any play situation.
Bounce pass from Jordan. Here's Chamberlain. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. 19 seconds left to play in the third. The shot by Jordan, no good. Payton against Iverson. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been very effective. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Jordan is out there with Mourning. Then there's Payton. And it's Kuzi in at the point guard.
Well, the relentless energy with which Russell Westbrook plays, throws his body at the defense and picks up the foul.
The Celtics making a switch here. Frazier's checked in. Chicago leading by 7. Left side, Jordan. Over Duncan. Jordan with the bucket.
And when we think about the excitement that Jordan brings to the game, but what about the offensive fundamentals? The man is a perfectionist.
Westbrook with it. Buries it down low. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Jordan against Leonard. Outside Jordan. And Davis sends it back. Lob pass to Duncan. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Russell, he's checked in for the Bulls. Harden comes in for Gary Payton. Davis finds Leonard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Westbrook against Harden. Shot clock at 6.
Oh! My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer at home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
Chicago calls timeout. They lead by 5. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Chicago making a switch here. Chamberlain's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Jordan. Lays it up off the glass.
And not much else you can do. I mean, defensively, you try to make it hard on Jordan without fouling, but he's just too dialed in.
1:10 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Davis. Chamberlain with the block. Here's Kuzi. There's the pass to Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 9. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Kuzi. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Harden. Passes to Jordan. From deep. He can't hit that time. CT that time from Leonard. Leonard on the wing. The 3. Laces one from 3.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 4. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode. And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 6. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. James, you guys look like you got the pace and space the way you want to tonight.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David.
Told that back. I've been chasing that. I've been chasing that.
Friendship torch in the foreground and the Tower of the Americas behind it. Two of the signature sites here in San Antonio, Texas. Welcome, everyone. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Jason Kidd. Pau Gasol is out there with Reed. And it's Hill. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. And for San Antonio, we've got Mutombo. Porzingis is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Nash. And it's Allen in at the 2. Now, here's Nash. Pass to Porzingis. The shot comes out. Hill with some nice D. Well, we have two teams tonight, Steve, that love to take their time working it up court. When you played, which were the best teams at grinding it out in slower games?
You know, I think the Chicago Bulls, that triangle offense, I mean, they ran on fast break on their defense, but on the offensive end, they wanted to wear you down with that triangle offense. And the teams that had dominant post players, they would get it down to them, make you double team, the ball would move around. And that was pretty much Shaq teams and Akeem Olajuwon teams, guys who had dominant centers.
Here's Thompson following the basket by LeBron James. Hill looking it over. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Nash, the pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Allen. Spurs passing it around. LeBron against Hill, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this is where LeBron wants to go. Almost unstoppable once he gets the ball in the painted area.
Lets a floater go. Hill, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
James dishes to Mutombo, and it's to Kembe with the jam.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
Kidd attacking, and it's sent back by Mutombo. Reed against Nash. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Hill against LeBron. Here's the teardrop. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Thompson outside. Pass to Reed. Porzingis with the block. Hit against LeBron, and the shot is good.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And James no good on that one. Outside Arenas. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Lillard fires away from way outside. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Owen is out there with Lucas. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Then it's Marc Gasol. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now, here's Gasol. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And Lillard kicks to Smith. Now the pass to Gallinari. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. For three, Smith hands it from downtown. Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs. You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Gasol kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Lucas. Just 5 on the clock. That one misses. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's Lillard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Timberwolves have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Pau Gasol has checked in for Lucas. Hill comes in for Mullen. Thompson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. And that one falls for Marc Gasol.
You know Marc Gasol's brother, Pau, he was a top 3 pick. Marc fell to the second round and had to work for everything he's achieved.
Now here's Nash. Porzingis kicks to Mutombo. Pass to LeBron. He dishes it to Allen. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Here's Hill. San Antonio with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. James, the pass to Nash. It's stolen by Hill. Over Mutombo. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And because of his ability to attack the rim, Hill can use that mid-range jumper as a great second option. Keeps defending.
And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what do you... And that's going to do it for us here.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Mutombo. Then it's Allen, and it's LeBron James, and it's Nash in at the point. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. It's Allen with the drive. Here's Porzingis right through the D for the layup. Porzingis has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Spurs. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Hill. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Timberwolves shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. And the Spurs making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Arenas is checked in. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Nash against Arenas. Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Throws it up high. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Porzingis inside. Reed covering. Some solid defense from Reed. Hill left side. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. And it's 8 points for Hill.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Back to Porzingis. Six to shoot. Shoots from 14, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Arenas dishes to Reed. Up again. It's good on the putback. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys. And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Hill kicks to Kidd. Nash against Hill. For the lead, he scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
There's Nash with the 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Timberwolves on top as they score 11 unanswered points to close out the quarter. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
and he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the...
What a dribble move by LeBron. All you can do is sit back and admire it.
Thompson surveying the floor. Passes it to Hill. Outside Hardaway. Beyond the arc. No good there. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Molinari finds Calderon. Shoots over Lucas. And that one goes long. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Hill. The pass to Gasol. Outside Hardaway. Back to Gasol. Fader on the way, and that one drops. Gasol's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
No panic from Marc Gasol. He gets it off in time.
Calderon up top, guarded by Hardaway. Count that one. Calderon's got his first basket of the night.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Here's Gasol. And it's Gay with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Thompson against Calderon. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Hardaway passes to Gasol. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Gay. Here's LeBron. It's good!
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're behind by 1. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Ryan Saunders told his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Got it!
The defender is left helpless to stop that. LeBron with too many tools in the toolbox and that killer instinct.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kidd passes to Gasol. Yes!
That's big time. I mean, big time. Game on the line. Gasol showing the clutch gene.
Nash outside. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, I'm just gonna act surprised like everybody else. We did it. I knew we could. Yo, thank God we did it. I knew we could. Hey, guess what? We did it. I'm feeling good. It's time to get it and feed the hood. Oh yeah, we did it. I knew we could. Nah, for real. We ball for real. Can't fall for real. Up so long, got folk thinking I'm tall for real. I give the spill, then break the mill. Used to walk around with a big old head, little bill. Here we go now, oh my. On the roll like roll tide.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And now, the New York Knicks starters. Robinson is out there at Malone. Then it's Wilkins. Then it's Johnson. And it's Richmond in at the 2-guard. And for Detroit, D-Wade out there with Steph Curry. It's Garnett. Then it's Paul George. And it's Howard in at the 5 spot. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Now Johnson. Paul George missing from long range. Richmond the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Over Wade. Johnson can't get it to go.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now, here's Wade. Here's Garnett. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
First personal foul, teams first.
And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking, they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Now, here's Wade. Dominic Wilkins unable to get his shot to go. Wade against Richmond. George looking over the floor. Clock at 4. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Richmond. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Wade against Johnson. Wade misses. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry against Richmond. Pass to Robinson. Over Wade. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Richmond.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
Curry outside. The shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Curry. And finished off by Robinson.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Now here's Curry. Pistons passing it around. Back to Garnett. Garnett is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's New York with it. Johnson surveying the floor. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Knicks out front. They're up by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
The Knicks leading by 3. Derrick Rose is out there with Carter. Then there's Griffin. It's Garnett. And it's Pierce in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
And Hardaway always looking to incorporate his teammates. You can see him keeping his eyes moving in order to make sure he's ready to deliver to the open man.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
McHale kicks to Drexler. Outside Hardaway. Over Rose. Offensive rebound. Here's Ewing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Garnett. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game.
Shoot 2.
And he can't get the first one. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
That's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Pierce against Wilkins. Outside, Pierce passes it to Carter. It's good. This game is all even.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hardaway trying to free himself up. Wilkins against Pierce. Wilkins dishes to Drexler. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Drexler's got 5. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Pistons. There's Rose with the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Outside Wilkins. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. And a different look here for the Pistons. Dwight Howard's checked in for Griffin. Paul George comes in for Kevin Garnett. Wayne Wade's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Stephen Curry in for Rose. And then for New York, Kemp's checked in for McCain. And it's Johnson in for Dominique Wilkins. Now here's Pierce. Tim Hardaway missing his last shot. Over Drexler. They get a hand on it.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
Curry finds Pierce, and that one drops for him.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
The 3 from Johnson, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over, he blocks shots, he's got great hands.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Check. What'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense with the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Clyde Drexler, what a contribution so far.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Robinson. Malone is out there with Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Richmond. And it's Johnson in at the point. Wilkins. And that one is off. Excellent D there from George. Good work work defensively by Johnson.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And Wilkins with the stuff.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Outside, George. There's 1:54 left in the third. Here's Garnett. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
The Knicks with the lead. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Robinson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. From deep, George. And it's George again missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Richmond, 6 on the shot clock, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Detroit.
And just a physical bull is Richmond. Also, he has the explosiveness to go with the physicality. That's a good recipe for drawing foul.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Paul Pierce is checked in for Garnett. Carter comes in for George. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Curry. And then for New York, Patrick Ewing's checked in for Robinson. Kemp comes in for Karl Malone. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Wilkins. Griffin's checked in for Detroit. Pistons trail by 4. Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
I think that's Dwight Howard's favorite play. He loves going up for the oop. Outstanding chemistry between him and his teammate there.
Ewing, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. And the Knicks lead by 4. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Carter, the pass to Howard. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
Well, that's when you love to see the strength of Dwight Howard marching through the defense and just ripping away the second chance opportunity for an easy score.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, Drexler drains the three-pointer. Drexler's got 10. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Detroit, trailing by 5. That's tipped. They get it back. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Knicks lead 5-5. Live from Little. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pierce out there with Paul George. Then there's Carter. Then there's Howard. And it's Rose in at the point guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Here's Richmond. Busts the J after the KG pass fake.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to Rose. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
A step back shot here. Here's Kemp. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. different look here for Detroit. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Pierce. Wade comes in for Carter. And Curry subbed in for Derrick Rose. The Knicks also changing it up. Robinson's checked in for Ewing. Malone comes in for Sean Kemp. And Wilkins subbed in for Drexler. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
New York leading by 5. Robinson dishes to Johnson. Back to Robinson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The pass to George. Wade outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. They get it again. Here's Howard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Sometimes the last resort there, Kevin, is to foul Dwight Howard. It happens quite often, but what a powerful presence on the inside.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Johnson outside. Kicks it to Richmond. Pass to Malone. Howard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Clyde Drexler.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Here's Wade. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Huge shot from Wade, doing exactly what they needed to on that possession.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. And it's Wade with the ball for Detroit. Lobbed up there for Howard. Garnett kicks to Curry. Misses the 3.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
So a close game sees New York take this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony.